Hey everyone, this is Andy from Giz China, and today we're going to unbox the Xiaomi Mi5. I just received this from shop.gizchina.com and it came with the phone itself, which is the white model of the phone, which is the only available version at the moment. It also comes with a set of headphones and a USB OTG cable. Anyway, we're only concerned with the Xiaomi Mi5, the phone itself. So let's take a look inside the box. So as you can see, I've not opened it yet. It still has this plastic cover on, so we'll pull that off. Alright, I would normally wait until Friday for the fresh goods article before unboxing this, but I'm really excited to get my hands on the Xiaomi 5. So as you can see on the front, we've got gold, pink, white and black. This version should be the white version, so let's open up. So just, oops, it's a bit tight, this box. 1 second. There we go. So yeah, it's the white version of the Xiaomi 5. You can see the physical home button there. Has the 5.143 inch display. It's a 1080 display. Really lightweight phone. Beautifully made. Really cannot wait to use this phone as my everyday device. Which is a shame because I just started using the Lenovo Vibe X3 and I'm really enjoying that phone, but you know, the new phone is here, the Xiaomi 5 is here. Okay, let's see what else is inside the box. So that's the phone itself. Inside the box we've got this Chinese user manual. Comes with a little ejector tool there for the SIM tray. It has the Chinese standard plug. Now shop.gizchina.com does supply an EU adapter with your order. We've also got a USB cable, and this is a USB Type-C. Anything else? And that's it. The rest of the box is empty. Alright, now this is going to be my actual personal phone, so I actually bought this with my own money. So I really am very excited to use it. So there's the rear of the phone. It's covered up with all the protective wrappers with the dual LED flash there. There's that 5.143 inch display. And it's a really weird size display. I mean, usually it's 5.1 or 5.2. But Xiaomi went for something a tiny bit bigger so they could add more LED lights behind it and offer a really bright screen. There's that physical home button there. I need to check whether this physical home button actually needs to be physically pressed to wake up the screen and then unlock, or whether I can just tap it and it will unlock from the black screen. That's something we couldn't try in Barcelona at MWC, but with my own device I will be able to try that. Alright, let's take these covers off and let's have a look at the phone. So if we just pull that front cover off and peel this little camera one off. Oops. And get that off, there we go. And now we can see the all glass rear. Got another sticker here. It says it's TD-LTE only, this version of the phone, but I assume it's going to work no problem here on the Spanish Vodafone SIM. Really cool. This is the glass version of the phone. The Pro model comes with a ceramic rear panel. And now I wasn't going to, I mean I could have waited for the Pro version of the phone, but I really wanted to get my hands on this phone and review it as quickly as possible. And I don't think the performance is going to be that much difference between the standard Xiaomi 5 and that Pro version. Let's turn it on. So it's just booting up. So you can see these new aluminium sides. Compared to the Xiaomi Mi Note, you can see that they've actually curved this bit of the metal chassis here. So this edge here is flat where the buttons are, but then it curves so it meets the glass on the rear. And there's a little bit of a lip, but not much. It's really well made. Very smooth. Okay, still waiting for it to boot up. So this is a Snapdragon 820 phone. It's got 3 GB of RAM. I believe this is 32 GB of internal memory. Let me just double check that. Snapdragon 820, 1.8 GHz, 5.15 inch display, 3000 mAh battery, USB Type-C, 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB of memory. Okay, so this is the setup screen. I'm going to set it up in English. You can see we've got these buttons either side of the physical button there. They only have back like a little dot on either side, not an arrow or a menu. It's running MIUI 7. Okay, so that's going to be whether I want to use Baidu input or Google Pinyin input. So I'll choose Google Pinyin input. I'm going to skip this for now and agree to that. I don't have a SIM card inside, obviously, so I'm going to skip this section. I'm going to go to next. And I'm going to set up this fingerprint. So it says, use your fingerprint to unlock your device, verify MyPay transactions, or to sign into apps and services. So I'm going to set that up now. So first of all, I'm going to add a pin. Just for this test, my pin's going to be 4 ones. And now I can just add my fingerprint. Now I don't need to press down. I don't need to actually press the button down. I'm just tapping the fingerprint scanner. And you can see that the fingerprint is building up. Let's move it around a little bit so it gets a better look at my fingerprint, and that's done. I'm going to go for, I'll go for rose, I think. Yeah, I'll choose a rose theme, and I'm ready to rock. So there we go, this is the MIUI. I'm going to go pinch to edit home screen, okay? So I can edit the home screen with a pinch now rather than pressing on it. I can customize my home button. It says here you can go back to your home button screen by home screen by pressing the home button, but you can choose to do that with just a tap instead. So lots of different features that we can play around with that. I can play around with this while I'm getting used to it. Now as you can see, this is a Chinese version of the phone, so I don't have any Google services in here, but I do assume it's going to be super easy to install just as it has been in the past. I'm going to turn this screen brightness down a little bit there so you can see it a little bit better. There you go. So that's the home screen in rose. If we go into the settings, you can see we've got a bit of a black border around the screen. Let me just focus. So you can see there's a bit of a black border. It's a couple of millimeters. Now, for some people, they really dislike this. They don't like this black border. For me, it's just something I've got used to. I mean, with the LTV phones and all the other devices that we've tried over the past year, this black border seems to be, you know, a design feature that they've added to a lot of these phones. It doesn't really detract from the look for me personally, but I do understand why a lot of people don't like it. And, you know, if it does bother you, this black border does bother you enough that it could be distracting, I suggest you go for the black version of the phone, because at least then it's hidden. If we go into about the phone, you can see we're running Android 6. Let's bring that up there. Let's focus a little bit. There you go, we're running Android 6. Got 3 GB of RAM, 1.8 GHz Snapdragon, 820 chipset. And this is a brand new installation. I've not touched anything, as you can see. So it's got 32 GB of memory, but 25.09 GB are available for me to use. Okay, hit the home button and it goes back. Really, really cool looking phone. I am really excited to try this device. We got an infrared remote at the top with a 3.5mm headphone jack. Really similar design to the Xiaomi Mi Note. Let's take a look at this 60 megapixel camera. Now this is one of the features that I'm most excited about. It's probably the main feature I went out and paid for this phone to keep for myself. And that's the 60 megapixel camera with a 4-axis OIS optical image stabilization. And you can't see it on the video, but if you ever do get a chance to play around with one of these, what you can do is you can actually look at the camera and just move it around. I don't, maybe you can see it. And if I move this around a little bit, you can sort of see the lens is moving a little bit. I don't know if you can make that out on the video, but it is something that you can actually see. The camera is actually moving around to adjust so you're not getting like a wobbly image when you're taking photos. Let's bring this charger in. So this is just a quick go with the camera. Super fast taking photos, super fast. The overall look of the camera app is exactly the same as what we're used to with other Xiaomi phones. There you go, we've got my photos already. Really, really quick. Obviously we can't tell how good these photos are just yet until I take the phone outside and get some real photos with it outside in the daylight and obviously at night too. see what other features we've got in here. We've got our MIUI apps here. We've got a file explorer there. Needs internet connection. We've got the My Remote. I can connect that to my TV later. Got my wallet, mail, my account, my update there. I really need to connect this to the internet just to see if I have any updates. There's my image gallery, some photos that I've just taken there. Got the music application. A lot of Chinese apps in here, Weibo and stuff, but just hold them down and you can uninstall them if you don't want them. There you go, it just explodes out of the way. Very, very cool. I am super excited to try this out. We've got the search here, so we can search around what's inside the phone itself. We've got our notifications and toggles there. We've got automatic brightness. Really bright screen. That extra width of the screen and those added LED lights, they really do make it bright. As you can see, it's on its lowest brightness setting now. Well, near enough the lowest brightness setting. And it's still pretty bright. The camera's having trouble to see it still. It's a really nice looking screen. You can see really good viewing angles. Alright, what else is there in here? Oh, now as you already saw as I was setting the phone up from the out of the box, you could see that the only languages were Chinese and English. And just to prove that that is the case, if we go into the settings, let me just double check. One moment, if you just bear with me a second where I find it. It's not something I usually look for. One moment, privacy, language and input, there you go. We only have Chinese and English on this. This is the Chinese version of the phone. And I do believe that the bootloader on these are locked. So if you were, say, Spanish or Italian and you really did want this phone in Spanish or Italian, you're going to have to hope that somehow Xiaomi, well, not somehow, you have to hope that Xiaomi will allow us to unlock the bootloader and install an international version of the ROM, or wait for the international version of the phone to go to India and other countries and just hope that there is other languages in there. And there is also the chance that Xiaomi could launch the phone in other countries anyway, so you know, we could always keep our fingers crossed. Alright, now I'm pretty excited. I want to get this outside now and take some photos with it. This is just a quick look at the phone. Obviously we're going to do a full review in the coming days. I'm going to really fast forward with this one because I know a lot of you are excited about it. If you do have any questions about the Xiaomi Mi 5, please let me know and I'll do my best to answer the questions for you. And you know, just keep an eye on Giz China for updates and more information in the coming days. Okay, thanks all for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this, and speak to you all soon. Goodbye.